So take a look at what I'm doing, please. So when you are saving, you will notice that essentially everything gets saved as a blend file, like so. Now, one of the things I want you to remember is that you can actually click on Control S or Command S to save during your work. Does that make sense? So try to remember that you can actually save essentially like that instead of remembering to go File like this. So one of the common things you can do is after 2 or 3 commands, just hit Control S, so you go there. You can also use what is called save incremental. So you need to issue that command on your own with Alt Control S or Option Command S if you're on a Mac. And this essentially saves the current file with a numerically incremented name that does not override any existing files. So if I do that, it saves with save 1. Let's say I do some changes. To the cube. And I save incremental again, and you see that it takes me to test save 2. Okay? And that way you can keep track of your progress. So that's a really easy way while you're working to save stages. And then you can go back to them and explain to me what exactly you've done. If I go to Edit Preferences and I get this dialog here, you will see that on the left-hand side there is a Save and Load dialog, and I can save particular versions. Number of old versions to maintain in the current directory when manually saving. It is good practice to have that up to 3. And I'll explain what that means. And it also you can also activate AutoSave every 2 minutes. Okay? And these are done with automatic temporary saves. So to make sure this is activated, also go here. Normally it's AutoSave preferences, so whatever you activate, it will actually come like that. Save preferences and you're done. Now I will go and find where I have my files. And you will notice here that so for the test save, the autosave hasn't been activated yet, but for anything else I've done during the last weeks, you will see that I get some strange files that I cannot see. I cannot preview. So this is recognized as a blend file immediately. But this one is a blend 1. And you see also the basic mesh modeling fashion blend 1. Now these are backup files. Every time I save, Blender creates a blend 1 and a blend 2 and a blend 3. These are essentially your previous save. So what happens is it takes the current file, the previous save you had, packages it as a blend 1 and puts it over there. Okay? So if your computer crashes, that is your previous save. So you don't lose it, right? Now, how do I get back to it? I just need to go onto my either Windows Explorer or Finder on the Mac and go rename and I delete the one. Actually, no, best practice is I go and I copy paste it or duplicate it first. So whatever I do, I don't actively work on the exact copy, right? But I make a copy of it so I don't lose it. I've seen people accidentally deleting stuff like that, right? So I delete the one, and then because Finder is going to warn me that there is already a file with that name, I name this backup. And I add, and I can then directly open that file. Here you go. And that's the easiest way you can go back to the files you had before. Obviously, you could manually keep on copies here and then actively kind of understand where you are every week, but you can also ask the file system. So I can check here and see this was created on 3rd of February and then modified and so on and so forth. Do you have any questions on this? Okay, so what I would like you to do is go on to, so the preferences already has that as save versions 1, so go and change it to save versions 3. Save your current file again and go into your Windows Explorer or Finder and find the blend 1. Copy it, rename it, and open it again. And we'll see how that looks, okay? So that's your first exercise for today.